I love how this peppermint candy wreath turned out, so I wanted to share it with you. Let's get started. Using a 14-inch styrofoam wreath form, I first put white duct tape all the way around it. As you can see, the duct tape doesn't have to be pretty. It basically just has to cover the whole form. I started by adding a half a piece of a candy right on top. That's going to give me something to glue my first piece to. From there, I started using hot glue in 2 different places to help secure each piece of the peppermint candy. Now I'm also using the table that I have so that I can press the form down on and make sure that I keep that first row even. That way it's going to keep my candies straight all the way around. From there, I just continued that process over and over again. You actually get into a rhythm, and it really is easy to do, just making sure that I go back to constantly pressing the wreath form down on my table and making sure that my pieces continue to be straight. That's probably the most important part on this very first time around the wreath. So as you finish up that first row, as you can see, you're going to have an area that looks imperfect. And that's okay because we're going to cover that up later with some ribbon. So you want to make sure that you start every single row in that exact same space so that we can cover all of that up with one piece of ribbon. So now it's time for us to get started on that second row. Again, keeping all of our kind of ugly in that space. These peppermint candies are going to have to go the opposite direction now. I can still use that tiny piece of candy that I started with, but if for some reason you can't, just put another piece of candy down. Whatever will help give you something to attach your hot glue to so that you can start that second row. Going the opposite direction is what is easiest to put that second row on. And again, I'm still putting it down and getting it into position. I was a little concerned about how well the hot glue would hold, but I was quite amazed. It really does keep it in position. And I didn't really have to wait too long. I just kept going and it dried on its own and it has really stayed into place. This is a fun project to do when you have some extra time. Maybe when you're in front of the TV. I would say this whole entire project took me probably about 2 hours to do. There's a lot of candy that you have to take out. I used the Brock's candy. I'll link below everything in the description box that I used in case if you'd like to have that information. So here I am working in that third row. As you can see, I'm going the opposite direction again, continuing to do the exact same thing that I've done in the first 2 rows. The nice thing about getting to the third row is by now you've got a rhythm going and it's able to lay flat and you can just keep going. At this point, I felt like it was going very quickly. By now you got the hang of it, you know what I'm doing. Back to that original starting point, just going in the opposite direction. This particular layer, again, was very easy because I was able to lay it on the table and you just keep adding. At this point, I was getting really excited because it is really coming together. I mean, look at how pretty that is. But this very last layer is probably the trickiest, and you have to turn the wreath over, and it kind of messes with your mind trying to make sure that you have it going the right direction. I realized that I needed another piece of partial candy there to start gluing to again. So I ended up adding another just partial piece. I'm not even sure if it was a total half piece. You just need something so that you can, glue that first piece to. So I ended up adding that on and then I was able to get started. Here I am just doing a little inspection before I get fully going on that final row, making sure that it looks right before I add too many pieces and have to tear it apart. Thankfully, I didn't have to do that, and I was able to get the row going. And once you get this last row done, it just looks amazing, and we can put on the final touches then. Now it's time to hide all of that ugliness from where we started all those rows. I chose this really pretty red velvet ribbon. I just think red velvet adds so much charm. And I'm just going to take a piece and make sure that I cover that up. You can glue it, hot glue it into place if you want. I didn't. I just tied it up at the top because I am going to hang it onto a hook there. So the thing about velvet and what you see that I'm doing here is you just want to make sure that you have the correct side of the velvet showing so you can't see kind of that shiny underside. And then I just dovetailed the ends. Ultimately, I decided that I wanted to add just a simple bow to it. I thought it just needed a little more character, so I added a simple bow to it and pretty. It was so much fun to make, and I hope you'll give it a try. Thanks for watching.